Table where a son learned how to play from his dad. In Steve Sanders' case, he says that his son is the one who taught him how to play poker.
Well, his son must be a pretty good poker player. Steve has survived quite a field here at the Downstream Casino Resort to make this final table.
A lot of past champions here this week and a lot of great players here in the four-state area.
David raises it up to $140,000 with suited ace deuce. AP once again wanting an inventory, this time of David's chips.
And Fred, I know there is a lot of thinking, obviously, that goes into this, but really this is a product of playing online, always knowing exactly how much your opponents have in front of you. A little bit of advice to the kids. Why don't you just make sure you know what everyone at the table roughly has? You can see their chips. Go ahead and count them up like a big boy.
Sure, I agree with you. It's more of a Hollywooding thing than anything else, trying to scare the opponents a little bit.
Oh, don't get me wrong. AP scares the living daylights out. That's not what I'm saying.
Well, with David raising and AP re-raising, that gets ace-jack to fold from Dan.
All right, Steve looks down at queen deuce. He's going to get out of the way. And so now back to David with his suited ace.
I call.
David will make the call, and almost half of his chips are now in this pot with ace deuce.
He is pretty close to pot committed right now, and Chris, he's out of position the rest of this hand.
Well, just flat calling probably gives AP the information he's looking for, that David doesn't have a pocket pair there. Short stack, if you do have a pocket pair, probably is going to shove all in. So that automatically probably puts in AP's mind that David has big cards. AP's just going to try to outplay him after the flop.
All right, Michelle, let's go ahead and see that flop.
And the flop is 3 deuce jack with 2 spades.
Well, AP has flopped the flush draw, and David has paired his deuce, and he is going to be the aggressor here and get them all in the middle.
And AP is going to make the call. We've got a race coming on the turn in River, Freddie.
Well, as you said pre-flop, that David pretty much committed himself by just flatting. Probably should have just shoved pre-flop here. Instead of he shoves on the flop, and it's not enough there for AP to fold.
That was a good bet. Good bet.
We're at twice?
But as we speak, David has the lead. Statistically, AP is the favorite, and yeah.
You had to say it, didn't you? The turn is a jack of spades, and David is now down to a deuce or a jack.
How do you call that?
Go ahead and see that river card, Michelle.
And the river is an ace, and that's going to do it for David Douglas from Springfield, Missouri.
And David looks a little disappointed. I think you wish he had played that hand a little bit differently, but congratulations on a nice run anyway.
The sibling rivalry between David and Don probably is going to burn on for quite some time, Fred. They both took 5th here at our final table, but I think we have a tiebreaker.
We do indeed. David made $7,000 more than his brother Don did at this very event last season on the HPT.
And you better believe it, David is going to let Don know about that. Let's go back down to the floor with James Larson.
All right, Chris and Fred, I'm joined with our 5th place finisher, Dave. Dave, I've got to ask, you flat call there. Did you think about going all in, because you're pretty much committed either way with that flat call?
Pre-flop, I had a weak ace, really, and I just wanted to see the flop and see what it could do, and so I hit it with the deuce. Felt like it was good. I felt like he didn't even have a pair at that time, so I pushed.
And you know, Dave, you didn't come into this final table with a whole lot of chips, but you hung around, you got in some pots.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I got it up to 1.1 before I got knocked out, so I did pretty good. Walking away with $20,000, I can't complain.
Can't complain with that, but unfortunately, no bragging rights for your brother, who was in this same place last year, and you guys both go home with 5th, but to me, still a pretty great accomplishment.
Yeah, well, I'm pleased with it.
Well, maybe at the next HP tournament, you and your brother can be heads up. We'll hope for that.
We hope for, yes, definitely.
All right, Chris and Fred, that's Dave. We're going to send it back up to you.
And then there were 4. We'll get the newest update.